I spoke too soon. I thought the walrus was king. No, crab, king crab, baby, king crab.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. I'm John. This is Josh. And today we're taking a look at all the fun reveals that were done over at GCon/LegionsCon over the weekend. And man, we love this stuff, right? We love all the Horseman toys, and they never cease to amaze us. And all the fun little new creatures we're going to get. Okay. All right, let's jump into it here. First up, they had two little show table reveals. So these are the figures you could pick up at the show if you went to the LegionsCon. First one was a new Gods of Egypt, a new figure obscura coming in the Gods of Egypt line. We are getting Thoth, I think. But yeah, we're getting a new. This is like an ibis character. He's like the lord or god of writing language or something like that. So
And now with that, like if you're familiar with like Egyptian lore, like if it's Anubis and Thoth, we're only missing Horus. So for sure they're gonna complete the Egyptian god trio, and we'll get Horus next year.
Cool. Yeah, he comes with human feet. He also comes with like the bird feet, and then he is a darker skin tone than Anubis as well. So
And very reminiscent, I think, of where Four Horsemen's origins started. If you think back before they made the Gothtropolis line,
yeah.
and the Gothtropolis line was all very avian birds and things like that. And actually, it was fantasy, but also a lot of the armor was Egyptian, even prior to Mythic
Oh,
Legions. They
really?
kind of had a fixation on Egyptian kind of attire. So very reminiscent, I think, if you're a OG, you know, the Gothtropolis, then this is like a callback to that, I feel.
Yeah, people were saying with the bird feet. Yeah, definitely an homage at least, or maybe we're getting some Gothtropolis figures later. Just I don't know.
So I wouldn't surprise them reissuing them eventually and redoing those. That'd be cool.
But yeah, Horus should be next. That would be nice. A nice little four gods of Egypt. And they could keep going deeper and deeper, man. We got that big belly from Ganesh, that'd be fun to see on a hippo, I know there's a hippo god.
Yeah.
The next step here is Koi. This is the character that was kind of telling the story that they written for this new latest wave. This was the notebook keeper, I guess.
The narrator, yeah, kind of the narrator of mythos, kind of in a way, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's a koi fish, right? So they got the goldfish looking in. This I think they did an amazing job on like the goldfish, koi fish color scheme, man, and a little translucency here to kind of create that fish fins. And yeah, this one was able to be picked up at the show, man. So this is really cool.
Very interesting. I feel like it just story you come across, there's going to be a fisherman who just has all his fisherman stories, right? And he has
Yeah,
this plethora of knowledge that he's just acquired through, meeting new people as he's fishing on his boat, right? And so, such a cool character, I think, to make to represent the narrator of mythos. And then, like you mentioned, they absolutely crushed it on the etherealness of the fish's skin. I love Fish Boys, so yeah, this I think also would go well with. We haven't gotten them yet, but the fishes from Savage Crucible, it could kind of
oh
really go
yeah,
with those. So
yeah. So really cool to get the character that we were learning from and who was telling the story, that you could pick it up then and there. Now these will be available later on as well, so don't go to eBay right now because they're up there. Wait for the Four Horsemen; they'll drop these in their store. Both the Gods of Egypt, Thoth, and a Koi here. So just wait. All right, let's keep it going here. Talking some more figures. Last year, they announced that they would be working with Sideshow to create some Legions, Mythic Legion characters in the Sideshow style. And what they revealed was Aether coming in the Sideshow, style posed statues. Man, this is incredible.
yeah, and you know what's kind of crazy too? I feel like with the amount of detail and sculpt that the Four Horsemen like to do, to be honest, in my opinion, I think statues lend themselves better to the style that they want to do than actually 1/12 figures. Because a lot of times I feel like sometimes the 1/12 figures are overdone or they don't pose as well. Like especially even like this Aether, I kind of struggled with this figure. I thought it was very beautiful, but times the huge pauldrons like didn't move very well. Like it was not a
Okay,
fun
yeah,
figure kind of move around because of the detail, right? And so it's give and take. It's like I'm not saying it's bad or the better. It's just like that's just the reality of the nature of the figure, right? They're packing in
right.
so much sculpt and detail, and the nature of all the shenanigans that are going on. It's hard to articulate, but when it's in statue form, it really lends itself to going all out with the detail, all out with the sculpt, because you can get it in just that one single pose where it has to be
Mhm.
perfect, right? And then you can kind of sculpt around the different wings and the horns and stuff. And so, yeah, I agree with you. This is phenomenal, and I think I'm kind of glad that because we kind of talked about were they going to go statue route, were they going to go one six figure route,
Right.
and one six figure route would have kind of just been more of the same of what Mythic Legion already is, right? Just at a different scale. And so I'm actually kind of glad to see that they went with the statue.
Yeah, I think these are cool, like cool centerpieces too, right? Like if you have your Mythic Legions collection, this would be a great little centerpiece, and keep it as a statue, just so it's like just massive and calls the attention. Then you can talk about all the other characters with underneath it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks
I
really
hope
cool,
to
man.
see more. I hope to see a lot more statues from these 2 companies. Hope this sells well. It's like at my price range, but I think if you're a statue
Hmm.
collector or even just a fantasy collector, I feel like fantasy type characters lend themselves also really well to just statues?
Should we get Jim Mint? Should we get Jim Mint to comment on it?
Yeah, dude, I would
Yeah,
love to see. I can't wait to see Jim Mint's opinion on this for sure. But
yeah.
yeah, like,
We
and
gotta.
645, it's not too pricey, right? Because I've seen
No.
statues like usually 1,000, fifteen
Yeah,
hundred. So
yeah.
$645. Do you know the size of this thing?
I don't. I had GCon on playing at work, and so I really
Yeah.
didn't listen, but I watched.
Yeah, with that price, I would assume it's not that terribly big.
Maybe like a
But
one. I don't know.
yeah, who
Yeah, I don't
knows?
know.
We'll see. We'll figure out later.
But yeah, 645 for the statue, and like Josh was saying, we can't wait to see what's coming up next. Luckily, they announced it, so they're doing all four of the Horsemen, dude.
I mean, that makes sense, 100%, right? Yeah, just to
Yeah.
kind of complete the set. So we're getting, yeah, Necronominus, Poxus, and Alithia. Now, beyond that, like, that's where I want to ask you a question is like, what other Mythic Legion character would you like to see? Because once we saw Aether, it was like, yeah, it's a given. They're going to give us the Horseman to complete the set. But
Yeah,
if these sell well, I would assume they would want to do more characters?
for sure. I think you need the counterparts, right? Leodicius, right? Xylona, right? You need the other half of this, right? You
The
got the
heroes.
baddies, you need the goodies, yeah.
And it makes complete sense, and because like we talked about, like I just mentioned, those 8 characters have the most sculpt and kind of
Hmm.
appendages going on, and so for statues, they're just gonna be awesome.
Yeah. My personal favorite here is Poxus. Like the pose they got him in, and the necro green that's gonna happen with him. I'm really excited for
Oh, with the
Poxus.
bow, with the archer bow,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
like shooting it like half, like half released.
I
Love it.
kinda I like that one, but I feel like the size of it looks like it doesn't carry a lot of presence, and with statues, I feel
Yeah,
like it's a
yeah.
lot about presence, and I think the one that gives me the most presence is, Necronominus, with that pose. Like, is he posing with, like, a finger, like, pointing like that?
Yes, yeah, just like
Dude,
death.
that's
Yeah,
fire, man.
yeah.
That pose, Necronominus Death, that's my pick. I like that one.
Big old scythe, and he's gonna be sick
Yeah,
too, right?
good
Because 'Cause he's got all
presence,
that
good size.
gold and bones. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be cool. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Really exciting to see this collaboration, and we'll see more of these further down the road. Let's keep it going. Next up, we got a new Mythic Legions for $30. So this is part of the role playing game. They're trying to solicit. They said the $30 price point is just something they're still working out with their with their distributor and their sculptors or whatever in the factories. But they're trying to aim for that lower price point because this is part of like a hey, I'm playing the D&D, I'm playing the role playing game of Mythic Legions, and I want my base characters. This was kind of like a simple offering, right? No extra stuff, no accessories. You get a sword and you get this loadout. So they're aiming for $30 on this to kind of get your starter figure going, which is still a fantastic knight, right? It's probably going to be on the Valiant Night Body, right? The 2.0 Night Bodies, right? The new ones. But along with that, you also can get the character pack, is what they're calling it. So a $20 additional pack to kind of change up the role. So from going from like a normal knight, you can go to like a maybe like a cleric or a paladin to kind of create new characters off of that base figure.
That's so cool, and such just a testament. I always say this, like, literally every time I talk about the Forceman Studios, I always say this, that they just always do right by the fans, right by the community, and that's why people are so loyal and the fan base is so down to buy anything and support them is because they're just fair. I $30 for look how much soft goods there's going on, the sculpt, and like, back in the olden days when we would get army builders for $25, there would be no paint. It was just a black knight, right, with 0.
Hmm.
Right now, for $5 more, even accounting for inflation, right? This should be a huge, like, this price should be astronomical, like $45, $50 figure. Even if they can't even still set 30 and they go to like the 33 or 35,
Right.
that's still a steal, man. Especially even like looking comparison to the booster pack, right? The character pack, $20 for that. $10 more gets you the whole figure. Might as well just get the $30 figure? And so I
Yeah.
wonder how much they're even making, if not even just breaking even. Because like you mentioned, it kind of makes sense because I took me back to other kind of toy companies, like board game companies, things like that, where it's like they're not going to make money off of maybe the kind of the pieces, but more off the large game, right? Because like
Right.
with Xbox, they'll like sell you the console at like cost or a little bit above cost, but then the
Mhm.
games is where they make their money.
Oh, yeah, even, like, think back to HeroScape, right? You get
Hmm.
the little sets for a little much, but you get the
The
full-on
master set, the
master
master
set,
set, yeah.
that's
And like
a
you can't play unless you have the master set. So it's like if you have the booster pack, you got to buy the master set. Yeah,
So, yeah, this is cool, man, and even if you're not into the role-playing game, $30 night, come on,
easy.
easy kid.
Yeah.
And then the $20 pack if you need, go for it. Alright, we also had some cosmic news. With how well the Cosmic Legion character packs did, they are doing round 2 of that, and first
Sweet.
yeah, I'm excited. First up, they're gonna be dropping some hands and feet for the Tusk Science Officer, and a brand new helmet. So they're repainting those hands and feet, which is great. I love that. And they're also giving us a new helmet, and then the helmet,
Ooh.
the dude that would fit underneath that helmet.
Very cool, man. And this is just such a smart way to do it. Just because, like, these are kind of older figures now, a couple of years now. Like,
Yeah,
kind of crazy to say that Cosmic Legions have been going on for a couple of years, but collectors that maybe missed these on the initial release can now buy these, right? Just like we saw with the original character head packs, you could buy the figure or just the head pack. And so now they can get this, or if you wanted an army build, because like these are going to be on the army builder bodies, where they're like 25
yeah,
bucks. And so that gives us even the collectors who have these figures a chance to buy more of these $25 bucks.
yeah. I agree. So it's getting another chance at these characters. They're the Tusk bodies, which is fun. They're fun figures, but to then like revamp it, dude. Like I got my character packs and the Cosmic Ladies. Man, I need a new right. Like you get to
I,
build
I
out
got one
more.
for you. I got one for you. I
All
have a
right,
lot. And also, I'm kind of shocked at how much just like the skin tone of the hands kind of changed the figure a lot. Like
yeah.
it's definitely like a completely different look just with having how much exposed skin there is compared to just like the all white.
And based off of the previous cosmic character packs, you should be getting neck pieces, right, to kind of match. So I'm assuming there might be a pink neck piece here,
Yeah, yeah, there
and then
has
the
to be.
white, right? Because they
Yeah.
did that with the first ones, which is a nice. Like you don't realize how nice that is. It just makes things work better for you.
Yeah.
So that was the cosmic news that I'm excited about. We'll see what one more comes out of it because it's probably going to be not just one but a couple
Mhm.
new character packs. All right, next up here. This is a new character. This is coming from the Infinite Legions. So previously they were doing the Faden, right, with their collaboration with oh boy,
It's like Glyos.
Glyos. Yeah, their collaboration with Glyos. Now they are in collaboration with Joe Manganiello. Deathstroke from the original Deathstroke, live action Deathstroke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
he's
freaking Flash, boy.
yeah, he's a
Wait,
huge
Flash is making this figure?
which flat not no Joe Manganiello. Big old buff dude was dating Sofia Vergara. Huge
That's
D&D
Flash
guy.
Thompson.
Oh, yes, sorry, Flash Thompson. I thought you meant like Flash Wally West. Sorry.
Nah, bro, that's Flash Thompson, baby.
From Spider-Man number 1. Yes. Yeah. So big D&D guy. He has a character called Archon the Cruel. He collaborated with the Mythic Legions boys, with the Four Horsemen, to make that character come in to life in figure form. So this is what the Infinite Legions is about: getting characters that have never been action figures and giving them that opportunity. So here we have Archon the Cruel.
Wow, that's awesome. I don't know how they got in contact with my boy Flash Thompson, but to bring it to life, his character, I think that's awesome. Not only because it just looks like a phenomenal figure, it's got, dragon head, crazy armor, cool soft good cape, but then kind of like that little background story is I think just like out of left field. Like, what? You're talking to Flash Thompson? And how did that happen? This figure's sick.
So he actually got a video sent to them. We like recorded a video for them. Is kind of saying that he is a fan of the Four Horsemen, and
Really?
yep, dude. Oh, guess who was at Legion's Con?
Cool.
There's this basketball player, an NBA player from the New York Knicks, showed up.
What's his name?
Give me one second. Let me see if I can find it. You might know him. I don't,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, he was out there at Legion's Con just hanging out buying toys, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Next time I go, I gotta bring his jersey. Now I'm gonna go to G-Con next time. I'm gonna bring the jersey to get it signed, baby.
There you go. His name is Trey Jemison. Trey Jemison.
Oh, I'm not familiar with him.
Jemison. Number 50 on the New York Knicks.
That is cool, though. That is cool, dude.
Yeah.
Mid-season 2, and we're hot in the middle of the season, man. My boy had not take the team flight, man, and he took his own flight.
Yeah, so that was really cool. But yeah, so I mean, we got there's fans out there, maybe they're not as boisterous as the regular Mythic Legions people, but they're out there, dude. And Joe Mangaleo here, this is all brand new sculpt, like head to toe, all brand new is what they were saying. New armor, new tail. It's a bendy wire tail. Like just an insane amount of detail, and to do it all new, man, that's crazy.
That's that celebrity pull, dude. They would only do this for Joe for freaking Flash Thompson. That's it.
Right, right, yeah. But yeah, it looks incredible. They also come with an alternate head here with its open mouth, so you can have a closed mouth where he's kind of growling, but you can also have him roaring. And the one request Joe said, like once he got everything back, he's like, "Man, this is all perfect," but he's like, "You gotta have a fire breath." That was the one thing he asked for, and the Four Horsemen delivered, dude. Yeah, that is so cool. So there is Archon the Cruel. Joe was very impressed, like the representation that was being brought to him of his character that he's been playing for a while in his D&D campaigns. But yeah, I mean, you get a fire breath, second arm, couple of hands here, and soft goods look great. The cool sword. I guess this weapon is very specific to him, and I think it has a name as well. So yeah, Joe Manganiello's Archon the Cruel.
Do we know the? Oh, we don't know the price yet. Huh?
Don't know the price yet. Will be
Probably
available
2026. Yeah.
Yep, in January 2026 here. But I'm thinking I don't know, it might be coming at a premium, because it is all new.
100%.
It is
100%.
all new. So.
I would say it's probably going to be like, what are they? What's
Deluxe?
no? What are they called? Like Anubis and
Oh, figure obscures?
yeah, it's going to be figure obscure price. I would say $80.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll see, man. But really cool. We'll see what other Infinite Legions, because right now the route they're taking is everyone's guesses were wrong. I'll just say that, right? Everyone was like saying, "Oh, AWOC, and all these other ones," but like they're doing it their own thing here, man.
Well, they're not even doing their own thing. I feel like they're just doing whatever they want. Like that's what
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's literally just an excuse to. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just like if there's an opportunity that they like, they're gonna take it, and
right.
it's almost just like a way to kind of almost like keep continuity's sake, right? Because they want to make toys, but they also want to be
True.
respectful to the lines that they've created, Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions, and so they can't really make figures outside of that, and that's kind of why they made figure obscures and this, just like basically do whatever they want.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the dawn of discovery. So just kind of a quick rundown on the lore. There's like two ships. There's a pirate ship, and then there's like this like discovery ship or this fishing ship, and they both kind of set sail from outside of Mythos, and they went past this thing called the Void, and they got through it, and now they're on Mythos. So these characters have never been on the mainland Mythos. They come from outside of Mythos and are now entering Mythos. So Dawn of Discovery is what this is called. Here we have Captain Iron Skull, looking really cool, man. Great shot here from Trevor Williams, 1/6 shooter. But yeah, $42 for this standard figure. You get in this cool armor. Getting very fish, right? Very piratey, but not piratey. It's more, I would say, more like fisherman's. But
Yeah, for sure, fisherman. Yeah, yeah, seaman.
seaman, yeah. But you get the cool basket, like weaved helmet. You get the hook hand. You also get the like fish skull mask, dude, which
Very
is
cool.
sick. Yeah, dude, this guy is just fun. You get the rusting metal, really cool there. Fun pauldron, huge pauldron. But there's everything you get with this character.
Tons of new sculpt. You got paint apps on the shoulder, right? It's not just like a bare body, even though
Oh, the
because of the
tattoos,
nature.
yeah.
Yeah, because of the nature of the character, they want him kind of like he's not going to be wearing armor and like that, but then to still kind of think of a way how to add detail and paint apps by giving him like those tattoos, like just phenomenal job. And then on top of that, I feel like I feel like I was asking for this. I was like, man, I need somebody to make some pirate line for me, and this is not pirate, but it's getting closer to what I
Yeah,
need.
it's pretty
So
close.
many new pieces though, and man, holy crap, man, this is just like. And I sometimes wonder too, like how people are feeling about this. Just because I feel like I enjoy this and how like different it is from just our basic nights. But I bet there's also other people that are like, wait, this kind of no longer feels like Mythic Legions. Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like this is kind of its own different thing, even though it's still falling under the umbrella of Mythic Legions. And I wonder how many are in that boat. I'm not in that. I'm not there, but I bet people are feeling that way.
I think it's explained away through the lore.
Well, the lore, yeah, for sure, the lore can explain it. But I mean, like the
But I mean,
toy. the toy aspect of it. So not even just the
Oh,
story aspect, the toy
okay.
aspect of it. This is no longer even the kind of like Knight figures,
And I'll
and a lot
say
of them are just interested in Knight figures.
yeah, and I'll say this: this Iron Skull is on the 3.0.
Yeah, it's got
So
the butterflies.
got the butterflies and the double hinged elbows, double jointed elbows.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy good.
I've hung out on the Legions chat a couple times, and
Uh-huh.
I would say the majority are kind of upset. They're not, and change is hard. Change is hard.
Yeah.
I
And
don't think
I'm
they're,
not tied in there. I kind of like,
yeah,
yeah, I just kind of felt that like looking at this figure, it's like, oh, it's hard to even tell that this is a Mythic Legion anymore.
right. Yeah, people are, kind of got their gripes with the 3.0 bodies. I'm excited for it.
Oh, me too. It's
As
like better. It's better for the line. Yeah.
I think so. So this is gonna be a 3.0 body. Get double jointed elbows there. You get the butterflies, and so yeah, really exciting, man. And those parts are all compatible. Next up from this line, this is what I was hoping for when people were saying pirates or ships like that, right? I want my funny, kooky characters. I want my Muppets Treasure Island characters here.
Mhm.
We got Mobu. He's a manta ray stingray. He's the fisherman of the crew. And it looks like we're taking the Akcha, we're taking the AS, the Greys, aliens, and throwing in a manta ray parts there. But yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, and I think this is what I feel like the Forestmen, they're nerds just like us, and so it's like, they probably love Star Wars as well, just like any other nerd. And I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
like in all of us that kind of grew up watching Star Wars, it's like the things that you remember or stand out the most is just like those little alien creatures. And so just keeping that and embedding that into your line, we love Uka, we love, all those like little,
Aksha, yeah.
yeah, all those little alien guys. And so this little manta ray guy, phenomenal. And just like the amount of new sculpt we're getting, even though the base body's reused, just like look at all those
Oh
detailed
yeah.
art pieces, where it's like the husk of like some
hmm
plants and some wood chips, just crazy amount of detail that you can barely even tell. I can barely even tell that this is an IS or an IS alien, great alien body.
Yeah, and the pauldrons, like where they're like the weaved basket, like I
Yeah.
love that, dude. You get a couple of fishes, a lobster that he's eating, two different head sculpts, fun sets of hands, and little accessories as well to kind of go with that, water world fish,
Yeah.
fisherman aesthetic, dude. So yeah, this one's fun, dude. I really do like this. Speaking of fun characters, we're also getting a walrus boy, dude. This is Oduben. And man, using that big old belly from Ganesh,
Yeah.
love, dude, perfect fit for a walrus. Got the wooden pauldrons. Like this is taking me back like to like Pirates of the Caribbean. It makes me want to go watch Pirates. Like Pirates 2, Pirates 3, just to kind of
Hmm.
get that like fun adventuring vibes. But yeah, dude, he also comes with the like broken tusks, short tusks, but also like the full on tusks as well, dude. But yeah, this guy's cool.
Yeah, phenomenal job and great reuse of that Ganesh body. I hope to see more of it. And like once again, very Gothtropolis-esque. A lot of people might say like,
Mm,
oh, they're no longer doing knights, but it's also still like this is their bread and butter. I feel like this is what they always wanted to do. They always wanted to kind of make anthropomorphic figures.
right.
Like
Okay.
that's where they started, if anything. So I feel like this wave, even though it's new, it's kind of very familiar, and I feel like it's very going back to their roots. Like this
Yeah.
is how they started making humanoid animal characters. $55. That's an awesome price, man.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
deluxe.
I'll be honest. I have not seen any of these figures just yet, but so far, this guy is my favorite, man. This guy's
Odaban?
amazing. Walrus, and like just thinking about how they can use the Ganesh body more, and thinking about
Yeah.
other anthropomorphic animals. It would be
Mhm.
cool if we got like I feel like this body would look good with like a rhino head. Would be cool maybe with
I
like
need a hippo.
hippo. Exactly, doing a rhino and hippo would be sick on this body.
Yeah. Yeah, and this one is a brute scale. So he not only is he big boy, but he's also a tall guy too.
Yeah.
So 55 there for that one. There's all the fun accessories you get with him. You get a little fish as well. Again, these accessories, man, just good water world vibes, man. Next up, my favorite from the line here, my favorite from the reveals, we are getting Bulwark. And this guy is cool, dude. Big old boy, $95, and he is the meatball scale, so like slog. Okay, and it kind of his knees don't bend, but like you get a really good articulation here at the hip and good articulation here at the ankle, and that's really all you need. Dude, like I'm always surprised at how well slog moves. But let's talk about Bulwark here, dude. Big old crab guy, dude, with a big old anchor, and yeah, he's like the enforcer. He's like the muscle of the team.
Dude, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I thought the walrus was king. No, crab, king crab, baby, king crab. Oh, I love this figure, man. You know what's crazy? I literally wanted this figure. Like in my mind, I'm not joking you. I'm not joking. I was like planning, like, cause I was like saying, talking about like how well it would be cool to make your own toy line. I was like, oh, a crab figure would be sick. And like, even though the knees don't bend, I think the Four Horsemen just make up for it with the paint apps. Like, look at the paint apps, look at the sculpt on this
Yeah.
thing. Like looking at that back shell of it, dude. When I'm at the buffet in Wendover, that's what I see. That's exactly what I see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that looks exactly like a crab shell, man.
Yeah, yeah.
The paint apps are here on insane. So who cares that the knees don't bend?
I know.
Honestly, he's a bruiser, right? He's not supposed to be
Yeah.
like super athletic and agile. Oh my gosh, this thing. And they're gonna give us other colors because of how much new
Oh,
sculpt
yeah.
we had to do here.
Yeah,
Yeah, crazy good.
for sure. I got a little size comparison as well. He's big. He
He's
is big,
huge.
dude. So
Dude,
we
he's
got
almost the size of a troll.
yeah, we got trolls over here. We got the orc or the brute scale. We got slog, and then we got a knight. But like, yeah, like he's massive, dude. And again,
Yeah, he's taller than the ogre and more
over
girth than slog.
and wider, yeah, wider than slog. And that's the cool thing too. Like what I was saying is like with slog, even though his knees don't bend, it doesn't hinder like his articulation as much as you think. Like there is still some good movement. Like you can get slog in like a cool like Iron Man pose. He doesn't go down on one knee, but like you can get him into like that motion because of how well those knees are, those hips and ankles articulate. And I'm assuming that's going to be the same here with Bulwark. So that's got me even more excited and why he's my number one.
Yeah, and what's also crazy is I think the price. Like if you go back to
Oh
the
yeah.
where he's scaling with the other figures, you know, he's slightly smaller than the troll, but also too, you guys have to remember, and I don't know, we don't know all the details yet, but the troll's rotocast, right? It's very hollow, it's very light, and I wonder if this is going to be a solid hunk of plastic, or if they're also going to the rotocast route, maybe because Slog also kind of is rotocast, right? In some parts,
No.
because he felt kind of light in some parts, like hollow. I don't know, I can't remember, but
No, dude, he's a hunk of plastic.
yeah, you're probably right. You're probably
He's
right.
I can
So I wonder
get
what
him,
they'll
but
do there because like price wise, trolls retailed for 100 $110. And so this is only $5 less, and trolls came out years ago, 5 7 years ago. And so it's like they're still kind of keeping prices low somehow. I don't know how they're doing it,
yeah.
but
Yeah. 95, yeah, 95 for the pre-order, direct pre-order price, right?
yeah.
Should probably jump up to 120 retail, but yeah, no, this is amazing, dude. Bulwark. That's my boy. All right, let's keep it going. Next up, we're getting Siren Opal Scale. She's part of the team. Cool little mermaid character, and done in the very Mythic Legions style, using the snake bodies that we've gotten with the other warriors, like the Maya and Aztec warriors, and a little bit of the Thraxian look as well to them. Like the Thraxians from the natives from
Yeah.
Thraxian.
Not only that, but even these shoulder pauldrons are from Cosmic Legions, right? Like
Oh yeah.
and what's crazy is like how well it fits. Like because
Mhm.
it's very prawn-esque. Like it's like how a prawn is layered, his armor was
Yeah.
layered. It still fits perfectly.
Beautiful tail translucency. That's one thing they're bringing in with this wave because of them being merfolk. Like it's cool.
Yeah, and just a testament to like whenever they try something, they learn from it and get better. Because I feel like the first time we saw this was with my girl Mbira Jamira from the Cosmic Legions,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah,
Where
yeah.
she was that scorpion, and that was like it was like a sleeper hit for me because everyone kind of slept on that figure, but it's like when you got that figure and saw the scorpion effect, it was like wow,
It was
it looks
cool.
just like an insect, like how like if you put it like with light,
Hmm.
it lights up just how an insect would light up, and it's gonna be the same with these fishes.
Yeah. 48 bucks for her. She's a deluxe figure because she does come with a pair of legs as well. So not only do you get the snake body, but you also get like this to me personally, that's a female Thraxian scout.
Yeah, 100%. You take out like yeah, 100%, 100%, dude. And that's a cool call out because like yeah, I feel like if you're a Cosmic fan, this is a buy for sure. Even yeah, it's the Thoraxian calf pauldrons too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same aesthetic, yeah.
And then honestly, I like this look better than the tail look. I just think it looks better.
Yeah. I'm still not behind the tail look. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, it's a tough sell, I think, for me too. Yeah.
I get it. It's mer people, a little too long for my
I mean, what's
mermaids.
cool about it is like it's just gonna be a unique figure on your shelf, because then
Yeah, yeah.
like finally not a non-bipedal kind of thing.
That's true, yeah. And nice to have the extra legs thrown in there to kind of
Yeah.
pick and
So
choose.
that's why it doesn't even matter, right? Because we're
It
getting
doesn't.
both.
Yeah, you get both versions. All right, next up, we're also getting a little accessory set, a little fish and accessory hit. You get some of those fishes repainted, you get some hooks, you get some weapons from the other characters. You get a little treasure chest. I love the jaws, of the fish hanging out
Yeah.
here. You get a little lobster there. So it's gonna be $20 for the Ports of Mythos accessory set.
Love it.
$25, sorry.
I need that chest. Honestly, that treasure chest is what I'm after. That is sick.
That is fun, yeah. All right, we're not done here. We got some more baddies here. Zinjar. Now, Zinjar is coming in here at a standard price,
Mhm.
but he is the imp scale, so the halfling size that we
Cool.
saw with the horrors of Eisensmall, the
Yeah.
little gnome or character. So
Mhm.
Zinjar is 42, but he's smaller, and so you get these cool fancy armor pieces here, shining gold. You get the beads, get those fun little wings. I do love these wings. They did a good job on those.
Yeah, good fade. And looking, if you go back to like the closer shot of the face sculpt, it looks really close to like a gremlin face. Like right there,
Oh,
that picture right there, dude. I bet the sculptors like reference Stripe. That looks exactly like Stripe to me. Like literally, that grin is like, and how the mouth and chin are jutted out.
yeah,
Pull up a picture of Stripe, guys, on your Google,
yeah.
and you're gonna see what the freak. That's a Stripe figure from Gremlins.
We'll see what the customizers do.
Yeah.
But with this, you also get a more accessories, right? With the imp scales, they understand, yes, the perceived value is, not there, even though, it is a new body, new pieces, new size, new scale for the imp scales. Getting a smaller figure feels weird at that price point. And so they do throw in some extra stuff. So you get a little treasure chest there as well with a gold bar. Really cool, man. I think this is a fun little imp figure.
Yeah, and you're getting 3 head sculpts, right? Like, that's like if
True.
you think about it,
True.
like, we're buying those head packs that come with 2 heads, right? And I think it's like 12 or $10, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like right there, like that's a $10, $12 value just with those 2 extra heads. Like,
Yep.
Mythic Legion figures don't typically come with 3 heads.
So there we go. There's Zinjar. Next up, we are getting Ibn. Oh boy, I cannot probably say this last name. Prosperius.
Prosperice.
Prosperius?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Close
know.
enough.
But yeah, he's a standard figure here at $42, and he's kind of like this mystery guy. Like he's like a financier. He's like spending money for some reason. We don't know why.
Okay, okay.
And the cool thing is you can kind of create two different looks with the soft goods and then without the soft goods, man. And I'm really digging this like Easterling, a Kushan Empire aesthetic here without the soft goods. So really
Mhm.
cool though, and like it's cool to have such a drastic change, right? They could have made the pants purple or blue, instead they went with the green just to kind of create this variation, man.
Mhm. And because the soft goods cover the green so much, literally this is 2 figures in my mind. Like,
Yeah.
this made me think of like Prince of Persia, because in Prince of Persia, there's like the guy that looks like this, like the financier that's manipulating everybody, and then the other guys kind of look like it's like an assassin, right? And
Mhm.
this is like the financier would send the assassin to do his dirty work. So yeah,
Right.
really cool to get kind of 2 figures in one.
You get this little bird perch as well. You get like a little falcon or something. Uh,
That's Jafar. Jafar.
there you go. Yeah. So really cool, man. It's again great value there for these new characters here. This new financier. That's not it though. We got a couple of I don't know if I want to say reissues, but like characters coming back around in the story that have been previously
Version
version
2s, right?
twos. Yeah,
And
version twos.
also a good sign because like, hey, the OG collectors of the Little Knights, there's still something for you, you know?
Right. All these fish people you don't like, don't worry, we got you.
Yeah.
First up here is Delphina, and this is General Delphina of Aetheros. Yeah, this is cool, man. $42, getting a version 2. So sorry, an upgraded version of the female knight. So Valiant Knight was the upgraded version of the male knights. Now we're getting the upgraded version of the female knights. So that better range and a better articulation, or better range in the articulation. Pretty cool.
Crazy new sculpt. You're getting better articulation, better paint apps, and I love the shield that they didn't go with. Like sometimes I feel like they can overdo the emblems on the shield with too much sculpt, and it just doesn't even make like kind of sense. Like to like in
Mhm.
battle, you wouldn't even kind of carry that type of thing. So I like that kind of they went more minimal type of shield, even though it's kind of for the main character. And then yeah, like also just helps collectors like me that don't have this character and can now fill that gap. And then who cares about that old version? Why would anybody go back and get that kind of outdated figure? You know?
Yeah, unless you're a completionist, like this figure is gonna
Yeah.
beat that thing out of the
Same
park.
character, better figure, yeah.
Yeah. So really, really cool to get another knight here or version 2 of this character. Delphina also comes with a new shield attachment. We love that. I love this. The chainmail do with the faceplates. I think that's one of their greatest innovations they've been doing lately, just to kind of create more characters and more possibilities for.
Dude, and 3 heads? I thought the 3-head thing was gonna kinda just be for the imp skill body, but no, man, 3 heads is wild, actually. Well, crazy value, what?
Okay, there's Delphina. Next up, my number two,
Vitus.
Vitus Prime. So this is another OG guy. We're coming back around, and Vitus is also going to be on the 3.0 body. So the double pinless joints, just like the previous Legionnaires that we got, or that were offered in the Eisensmall wave,
Mhm,
or no, the Rising Suns wave.
mhm.
Which, man, I love seeing that. So yeah, dude, this guy looks really cool. I'm very partial to Roman and like gladiators and all that fun stuff. And so I definitely need this. Even though I don't collect mythics, I need my Roman soldiers, dude. And that's the only one that one and Windaji the Cackler are the only two I ordered from Rising Suns.
Oh,
So
nice, and that guys, that says a lot, you know what I'm saying? If the guy that doesn't collect physically just buying this, yeah, no, this figure is crazy good, you know? And they definitely knew there was a market for it because, you know, he was already a fan favorite, and then he was even voted into an all-star wave. So I actually
oh
have this figure, you know, in the all-star wave that they released him in. But you compare that all-star figure wave that figure to this figure, it's almost 100% new sculpt. The detail is off the chain. The paint apps alone, right? Like, if you look at that old Vitus figure, the helm, the plume on the helmet is just solid red. Now we're getting a gradation
mm,
from, like, black to red. The helmet's more ornate, and then on top of that, we're getting an unmasked head sculpt. Like, that is I think for me is, like, the cherry on top, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
also the cape. You know, this other one came with, you know, the really bad cape that you didn't even wanna put on, and so holy crap, this is just like the perfect hero now, you know? Like Vitus, even though I feel like back in the olden days, even their main characters that just had different colored or more paint apps on the helmet, you know, they were called different characters, didn't really feel that much like unique characters because you know they were reusing the same sculpt as like normal army builders or other figures, but just had more paint apps. You know,
Right.
I think when they add these unmasked helmets, that really kind of gets you attached and involved with the character because it's like, okay, there's a face to this character, you know? And I think that I love to see them just doing more of these unmasked helmets because, you know, as like any artist, you know, that's like a scary thing to sculpt. Getting proportions right and faces is just probably the hardest thing to sculpt, you know. And I feel like they were kind of shying away from faces in their early days and just doing kind of helmeted
Yeah.
things because it's easier. And then now they're just like, you know what, we're getting more confident. We can do this now. And then boom, now we're getting every figure has an unmasked helmet.
Hmm. Yeah, and this guy again, 3.0 knees and 3.0 arms. So really excited. I'm going to definitely pre-order this thing, pre-order this one, as well as Bulwark. But the cool thing too with this, you do get the Roman head that will be able to be thrown onto Vitus. His hair is removable, so you can remove the hair. That helmet does fit over his normal unmasked face. If you don't want that and just kind of create it, make a like a knight, just a background knight. This black insert will go into there, and then boom, you got a
Oh, that is sick, dude. They're thinking of everything. That is the coolest. That's a crazy innovation right there. Yeah,
you get the sandals as well. I love that. Keep that Roman instead of the knight look.
I
You
know. I'm definitely gonna put the sandals on for
get,
sure.
yeah, you get the bedroll as well, and so yeah, man, really, really exciting here to see this character. All right, that's it there for the Dawn of Discovery from the new Mythic Legions wave. It is available for pre-order right now, all the way up through December 28th. And the all-in price for this wave is going to be $450. You're saving about $25 from buying individually, so that's a free accessory pack. It's instead of a free figure, free accessory pack now. But yeah, dude, a lot of new sculpt, a lot of fun characters. I love the wackiness and difference, that we're getting in the seafaring creatures, and fun to get some version twos of old characters as well.
Yeah, just I think the amount of newness I love, and even they still found a way to throw in a Templar just for kind of the fans, just to keep them engaged, you know. But for me, I'm loving the all new aspect of it, new creatures, new kind of characters, and like looking at all like the fishmen, you know, if you have like the Captain Nemo Mezco, dude,
Oh,
this guy's gonna look. This guy can be the captain with his crew now, with
there you
the
go.
Walrus Boy, the Manta Ray.
Wark
I'll
muscle.
tell you, this is hard to pick. Usually, I have like a standout figure that's like, okay, easy money that I'm gonna pick as my favorite. But I'll be honest, everybody's just so solid here. But I'm gonna go with, I think I'm gonna go with Vitus as my pick. I think
Okay.
Vitus is the best figure. I think in terms of articulation, in terms of sculpt, that really cool innovation that you shared with us about the helmet being like removable, or you can have the black shield mask. So yeah, Vitus is my pick. And what about you?
Bulwark, dude. I love my big monster boys. I love just like that fun, like crazy characters like that. And the size is just fun. And Slog was my favorite from that. And so
Yeah.
kind of know what I'm getting into with this. And yeah, Bulwark, dude, is my top pick. So cool, such a cool.
Yeah, top 3 gotta be Bulwark, Vitus, and Walrus, man. That's
You
top
like
3.
Audubon? I kind of like
Yeah.
the manta ray a little bit more than the walrus.
Really? No, dude.
The walrus is
Wait,
cool.
Walrus is good,
The
man.
walrus is
Because
cool.
the manta ray, while it's good, like, sometimes the head proportion can kinda be, like, it's really
Fair
big
enough.
for the skin of the like, the proportion-wise, it's not as good, but dude, the walrus on that Ganesh body,
Yeah, yeah, that's
proportions
true.
are perfect, man.
That's true. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right, friends. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap up the Mythic Legion's Dawn Discovery breakdown from the Collecting Brothers. Let us know down below your top 3 or your top 1. Everyone, let's be honest, it's Bulwark. Just joking. But yeah, let us know, friends. We always love hearing from you guys. And as always, keep collecting, keep playing. And may the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.